Good morning. Hi, I'm Sunny, and today's good mood is brought to you by coffee. That's a big fat lie. I haven't had any coffee yet. I'm just naturally this happy. Okay, so this morning, I know you guys had hoped that I would do this live like I did the ricotta pancakes, but I decided that I was going to do my live later on today. I will put this together and upload it, and then I will be able to review it for you. So, this is a recipe that I made a while back with regular I happen to have, well, I have both, but so many people had asked on the Chatterbox for us to try the pumpkin. So we're going to use this morning the Grand's pumpkin flavored rolls, okay? But I have the regular cinnamon ones, and I made it with the regular cinnamon ones. You can do variations on this. And when I did it with the regular one, I added chopped pecans, and in addition, traditionally it calls for maple syrup to be drizzled on top before you throw it in the oven. But I put just very, very little, maybe only 2 tablespoons of maple syrup on top when I did it with the cinnamon rolls and the chopped pecans. I also added a little bit of this, about 2 tablespoons as well, on top of the maple syrup. That's before you bake it. Of course, it's before you frost it. Okay, now, what I'm going to tell you is these things come with their own frosting. Put that aside. When you make it with the regular cinnamon roll, even if you've got the one that says it has cream cheese in there, still get about, okay, so you have the big cream cheese, right? Get yourself about that much from the end to my finger. Get yourself about that much out and let it sit at room temperature. Please don't use the microwave. It's going to get it too loose, and then it's going to be junk. So you just want to let it come to room temperature while the cinnamon rolls are baking. And the white topping glaze that they have in there, mix it with your softened cream cheese. It's going to taste so delicious. Okay, so, but I thought this morning, since we were going to make pumpkin, I'm not going to be drizzling maple syrup. And I am going to be chopping up a little bit of this and putting little dabs of cream cheese in amongst the chopped up biscuits, okay? So, I am going to put this on pause, and I'm going to chop up most of the biscuits. I'm going to save one so I can show you what size you need to cut the bits in. I'm also going to chop up a little bit of the cream cheese so it's ready to go. And I will crack the eggs. So basically what we're doing is you take your pan. You can either put a couple tablespoons of melted butter, that is really good. Or this morning I believe I'm going to use a little bit of coconut oil and just put in there. And then basically you put your chopped up rolls into here in a bowl. I'm going to use my measuring cup. You do your basic French toast mix batter. And I'm sure most of all of you have your favorite French toast batter. But basically it's a couple of, now I'm only using one of these. If you're making a 9 by 13 and you make 2 tubes of these, use more eggs, double the eggs. It calls for 6, but a lot of people don't like how eggy it makes the product at the end. So now I used 4 last time, 4 regular. I probably should go get another. I was going a little bit light on the eggs today because I thought eggs and pumpkin flavor might not be so awesome. So I was going to go a little on the light on the eggs. But you do your eggs scrambled, raw of course, beat, not scrambled. Oh my goodness, see, I do need coffee. Okay, beat your eggs in your bowl. I'm going to use this heavy whipping cream because, yeah, it's like expired, and I'm going to have to sniff it and make sure it's good. If not, I'll go get my half and half and use half and half. But you beat your eggs, you put a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of sugar. I have sugar. And a little bit of real vanilla extract into your batter. Beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Then you pour it over your chopped up biscuits. You drizzle your drizzle. If you're going to put nuts in, sprinkle your nuts in, then drizzle your drizzle. Pop it in the oven and bam. Let it bake until it's done. And it's basically what we call bread pudding. But it's a little different it's just a little different, and it's delicious. So I will pause this and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to show you when I pulled these out of the tube. Look how orangey the dough is. So I just wanted to show you that. I may as well cut it while I'm talking to you. Except for the fact that then it makes it a really, these are really huge biscuits. So I'm going to cut them four slices one direction and about 3 slices the other direction. You want your bits to be about this size. That may be even a little bit too big. Make your bits about this size, okay? Okay, I'm going to pause this so that this isn't a really long video and then people get tired of watching. Okay, I think we're ready to start. So I've got my pan and I'm going to take and put some coconut oil, just so it's, you know, a couple tablespoons. Don't want anything to stick. Coconut oil is really good for you. It actually speeds up metabolism, if you didn't know that. My dogs are barking because they want to know who the heck is Mom talking to down there. Okay, so I'm putting that down on my table. Here I have all of my things chopped up on my cutting board. You see that? Okay. So I'm now dumping half of those. And to be honest, unless this tastes really good, I would never do it with the pumpkin ones again. They're too big and fluffy. I think they'd be best made just the way they're supposed to be made, as rolls. Just bake them up. Okay. Wow. Okay, so I'm putting a little bit more than half. I'll show you here in a minute. Putting it in the pan. This is how much I got left. And this is how much I put in the pan. Okay, now I take my chopped up cream cheese and I'm going to put little dollops of cream cheese all over. Kind of base them out nicely. This is not rocket science. And I don't have a recipe for this. I'm winging it. I've come across so many good recipes that way. You have to be bold in the kitchen. You have to be brave. The best cooks are the ones that had the most mistakes because they're willing to try. And that's how you learn. Okay, so, boy, I'm really going to have to use I use my fingernail brush underneath my fingernails when I'm scrubbing my hands before I cook. And I'm really going to have to do it again now when I go in there to wash my hands because I got all kinds of cream cheese in there. But I'm kind of a little bit of a germaphobe for those of you who are new to the channel. So this kind of really, you know, I have to really wash my hands good before I come to the point where I'm cooking. And then I have to really clean up after because it bothers me something terrible. Okay, so now, got a little of that cream cheese off my fingers. We're going to put the rest of these sprinkled on there. Now, the reason why I only use 2 of my extra large eggs, I only buy extra large eggs. And the reason why I don't buy jumbo eggs is because I can't find them. If I could find jumbo eggs, I would buy the jumbo eggs. I'm sprinkling the remainder of these on top of where the cream cheese is. So it's kind of going to be captured. It'll have little pools of cream cheese melted all in there. Doesn't that sound lovely? Decadent, rich. Life is short. Eat the good stuff. Okay. So let me cover that up, and then I'll show you if I can without spilling it out of the pan. I'll show you. I see why Food Network has special setups where their camera is directly above. And then they have a second camera on the person. That's the ideal, right? But this is Home Food Network. Sunny's Home Food Network. Okay. Alrighty. See? Let's see if it can see. Okay. Now, my hands are totally grossing me out because it's full of sugar and spices. And, okay, this is my batter that I made with 2 extra large eggs. About, I guess half of this. This was still sweet and good. About 2 tablespoons of sugar. About a teaspoon of cinnamon. About a half a teaspoon of vanilla. 1 tiny little teeny tiny pinch of salt. And then I beat it within an inch of its life. Okay, so now all we're going to do, let's see if I can do this, is just pour it. Okay? Like I said, even if you don't normally cook, this is not rocket science. If you saw some of the other recipes that I did, that would be challenging. This is not challenging. So all you new cooks, don't be scared. Try it. And until I taste this, I would say try it with the real cinnamon rolls in the tubes. Okay. And even though I don't know how caramel flavor goes with pumpkin, does it taste good? Oh, that's a blooper I'm not going to take out. I had this sitting upside down. So when I went to open it, I got a big squirt of it all down my leg. I'm going to pretend I'm Lucille Ball. Ricky! My dogs are going nuts. Okay, let me squirt a little bit. Not the stuff that's on my leg. Boy, I'll have to have a second shower now. I already had my morning shower. I'm going to put just a teeny little squirt. Just a teeny little squirt. Okay. My oven's already at 350. Oh man, that is a mess. That's a mess. You don't want to be here to help me clean it up, do you? Okay. So I'm going to move my cutting board away. We got this ready to go. The oven's prepped at 350 degrees. All you cooks in the UK would need to Google what is 350 Fahrenheit in Celsius and put it in your oven. You're going to let it cook until when you put a knife, a clean knife, down in the center and bring it up, just like a pumpkin pie, there won't be anything clinging to it unless you stuck the pool of cream cheese. Okay, I'm going to excuse myself and start the torturous task of cleaning all this caramel syrup off my foot and leg and slipper. Okay, see you in a few minutes.